Have you ever had a dating experience so bad that you literally tried to hire a hitman on your future spouse? No. Well, let me tell you about a guy from the Tang Dynasty who took red flags to a whole new level. Meet Wei Gu. He lived in Duling during the Tang Dynasty and was orphaned at a young age. All this guy wanted was to get married early and have kids to carry on his family name. But his luck was absolutely garbage. Every matchmaker he hired failed completely. Fast forward to the second year of Yuanhong under Emperor Shansong. Wei Ji was traveling to Qing and crashed at an inn south of Songcheng. A fellow guest hooked him up with a blind date to meet the daughter of Tan Fan, the former Sima of Qing. They agreed to meet the very next morning at the gates of Longxing Temple. Wei Ju was so desperate that he showed up way too early. The sky was still dark, and a bright, slanted moon was hanging in the sky. On the temple steps, he saw a mysterious old man leaning on a cloth bag, reading a book by the moonlight. Wei Gu was a massive nerd who bragged about knowing practically every word in existence, including some Sanskrit, but he couldn't read a single character of this book. When he asked about it, the old man laughed and dropped a bomb. This isn't a book from the human world. It's from the Underworld. The old man casually revealed he was an Underworld official. And by the way, half the people walking around the streets were actually ghosts. Turns out, this ghost official managed all the marriages on Earth. Wei Ju instantly asked if his blind date that morning was going to work out. Spoiler alert, the old man said, nope. The old man explained that marriages are 100% predestined. If it's not meant to be, even a wealthy noble couldn't successfully marry the daughter of a lowly butcher or gambler. He then opened his bag and pulled out a bunch of red threads. He explained that when destined couples are born, he secretly ties these red threads around their ankles. Once tied, they are stuck together for life. Even if their families are mortal enemies, if they have vastly different social classes, or if they live oceans apart. So, who was Wei Ju tied to? The old man said his future wife was currently a 3-year-old toddler, and she wouldn't marry him until she was 17. The old man took Wei Ju to a local market north of the inn to show him his future bride. He pointed to a one-eyed woman selling vegetables who was holding a dirty, ugly 3-year-old girl. The old man said the girl was destined to enjoy great wealth with Wei Ju, and then he just vanished. Wei Ju lost his absolute mind. As a snobby noble, he refused to marry an ugly, poor girl instead of a high-class lady. His toxic solution: he personally sharpened a knife, handed it to his most reliable servant, and offered him a massive bounty of 10,000 coins to assassinate the toddler. The next day, the servant hid the knife in his sleeve, stabbed the little girl in the chaotic market, and ran off. When he got back, the servant admitted he missed her heart and stabbed her right between the eyebrows. Wei Gu figured a toddler couldn't survive that anyway and brushed it off. Fast forward 14 years. Wei Gu landed a great government job working for Wang Tai, the prefect of Shangzhou, handling lawsuits and interrogating prisoners. His boss was so impressed with him that he married his beautiful 16 or minus 17-year-old daughter to Wei Gu. They had a fantastic, loving marriage. But Wei Ju noticed something incredibly weird. His wife never took off a decorative floral ornament on her forehead. Not in the bath, not in private, never. After over a year of this, he finally demanded to know why. In tears, she revealed the craziest plot twist. She wasn't his boss's biological daughter. She was his niece. Her real father was the Songcheng magistrate who died in office, followed by her mother and brother. She was raised in poverty by her wet nurse, a woman named Chen who sold vegetables. When she was 3 years old, a crazy person randomly stabbed her in the forehead in the market, leaving a massive scar she had to hide with the ornament. Her uncle only adopted her years later. Wei Ju's jaw hit the floor. He asked, "Was your wet nurse blind in one eye?" When she said yes, he confessed everything. "I was the one who sent the assassin." Realizing that the old man was right, and it was all destiny, they actually loved each other even more. They had a son named Wei Gu, who became a powerful governor, and the mother received an honorary title. When the local magistrate heard this wild story, he officially renamed the inn, the Engagement Inn, and that mysterious old man with the book. He became famously known as the Old Man Under the Moon Yulao, the legendary Chinese god who ties the red string of fate. So, remember folks, if the universe ties your red string, don't fight it hand. Definitely don't hire a hitman.